name is Tajay. Thanks for coming back to my channel. So as you can tell by the title, I am going to do a home buying process video. I wanted to make this video because I know me as a new agent, I was terrified whenever I went under contract for the first time. I had no idea how the home buying process went. Excuse me. And I didn't want my clients to feel like I didn't know what was going on. I didn't let them know that was my first contract either. So yeah, it was terrifying. Oh, and plus my first contract, we actually won 2 offers, so I was under contract for 2. It really set me up for greatness moving forward, I will say. If you're new to the channel, thanks for tuning in. Like, comment, and subscribe. And I apologize in advance. Y'all know the drill. I live near the airport. There are planes y'all gonna hear throughout the video and cars flying by. So I apologize for them in advance. This is nothing new, okay? All right, so let's just get into this. Oh, and this video isn't just for agents. If you're a first-time home buyer and you wanna know how the home buying process goes, once you get under contract or getting under contract, this is everything you need to know. And so agents, soak up this information, soak up the confidence, because you want to be able to explain this information to your client. Okay. All right, so you have your client, you guys are pre-approved or you have proof of funds, and you guys find the house. What we want to do is first, I reach out, as an agent, I reach out to the listing agent, see if I can get some information from them. Hey, do you have any offers? Are they over asking? Sometimes agents will let you know, especially if it's been on the market for a while. Sometimes the listing agents, even though Texas is a non-disclosure state, they will give you as much information as they can. So you want to make sure you're getting good with those listing agents. Even if it hasn't been on the market for a long time, staying in communication with those listing agents is going to be your bug them, okay? Make sure they know your name, make sure they know your client's name, so whenever that offer comes through, you guys have kind of already established a relationship. So yeah, you just got to be a go-getter with that, agents. So yeah, your client shouldn't be doing anything, okay? My clients, I don't like for my clients to send me homes. I feel like that's my job. That's why I pay my real estate dues to have access to MLS. Your client should not be sending you anything. Your client should be going to homes or land or anywhere by themselves. If you can't make it, just get another agent to take them. All right, so we're under contract. The very first thing that the agent is going to do is, if you don't have a transaction coordinator, I've decided not to use transaction coordinators because that's like $300 to $700 that I have to pay someone else to do paperwork, and I can just do that myself. My first deal, I had a transaction coordinator, and I didn't like that at all. I didn't know what was going on. And then after that, I had 3 deals going, so I stopped. I didn't work for a month and a half to make sure everything went through smoothly. Yeah, don't do that. It put me behind a lot. But I just wanted to make sure that I had all the paperwork done, everything to title, because it gets crazy and you will know moving forward. Okay, so yeah, at this point we found a home, we done put the offer in and all that good stuff, and now we're under contract. The first thing, as an agent, we have to include everyone on the email once we get that executed contract back. The executed contract is our contract signed by the seller, and it's dated and it's executed, and now the days are starting. Well, the next day, the next business day, everything is going to start. And as an agent, we have, well, as a buyer's agent or whoever has the title company, I will start the email thread. That's how it's been working for me. So if I chose the title company, if they did, we start the email thread with title, and I make sure everyone is in there. The buyers' emails are in there, the seller's emails are in there, title's emails are in there, my email, and the buyer's agent is in there, just so everybody can be on one accord. But really, it's just the buyer's agent, seller's agents that are interacting with people. The lender is interacting with everybody, and then title, and then we're interacting with our clients separately, sending it to them. But I just trying to make sure everybody's in there because, you know, and plus that's on the contract too, for everybody to be CC'd, okay? So now we're under contract, and you know, the contract has been executed. So this is for buyers. Normally, title will reach out via email or phone call and see how you want to pay your earnest money and your option. Now, What earnest money is obviously it's like the deposit. It's normally 1% or more. So if your offer is $300,000 on a home, then your earnest money is going to be at least $3,000. So you have a couple of business days to get that paid. They're going to reach out to you about that. But you're also going to pay your option period money now. Option period is going to vary per contract. It could be 3 days, 4 days, 5, 6, 7. A lot of people get freaked out about having a short option period, but if everything is going smoothly, if you can get an inspector out there the next day, normally I can. I just have like a 3 or 4 day option period, and if you need one more day, you can request an extension for an option period. A lot of buyers don't know that, so don't be freaked out. You can request an extension. So now we're in the option period. What the option period is, it's like, hey, I'm gonna give you X amount of dollars during this period of time. If I leave during this period of time, you get to keep this money. So normally I do like $350, $400, depending on the price of the home, depending on what my clients are able to do. But normally $350 is pretty normal for a 3 to 4 day option period for me and my clients. So if we were to leave during the option period, let's say the inspection came back pretty weird and, negotiating, is it really going good on both ends, or it needs something drastic done and we just can't come to an agreement, you can leave during this option period. You can keep your earnest money, and the option money will stay with the sellers in their pocket and they will move on. But I would say try to make it work, because in my opinion, the seller doesn't want to leave the contract because they're gonna have to start all over. And in my opinion, everything that we're asking for, the next person is going to ask for as well, so they might as well not waste their time and just go ahead and negotiate with me and my client. That's how I feel. Okay, so yeah, so let's say just during that time you're going to do your due diligence. So get a roofer out there. A lot of times roofers are free because they get a big chunk if something is wrong with it. Inspectors, they vary. Foundation people, you want to get foundation people to come out there, maybe pests if the inspector says there may be sign of pests. A lot of times you can ask the seller to pay for that, honestly, because that's nasty. But yeah, so so that's what you would do during the option period, which again would be for me about 3 to 4 days. So let's say we're all good with the option period. Just make sure by the end of option your money is paid, your option period money and your escrow, your earnest money deposit is paid. So now we're out of options, so you can't leave the contract after that. If you have a cash offer, pretty slim with getting out. Well, not slim, you have a lot of ways to get out, but you don't have an appraisal, so and normally the closing dates are sooner. Okay, so now we're out of our option period. So moving forward, we're kind of just like waiting. Oh, but I will mention, I have a really good inspectors, and a lot of times I ask the inspectors to give me quotes. And so with all of this, like, what do you think all of this would cost, or what would someone charge for X, Y, and Z? And they would give me a quote. And I really like that because that helps me negotiate with my clients on what we should be asking back in seller concessions and stuff like that. So if you want help and you don't know, be there at the inspections. I try to go, I haven't been all of them, but I try to go to the inspections. I try to go to the foundation because it's good as a realtor for you to go. If you're noticing things or if they're pointing things out moving forward when you're looking at homes with other clients, you can point those things out too. Like, oh yeah, no, that's no problem. This could easily be fixed, or no, that's an issue. And they will call that out during the inspection. So you just want to make sure you're as knowledgeable as possible. Okay, so now we're out of the option period. So now we're kind of just like waiting. A lot of times during this process, the lender is asking for a lot of documentation from the client. Hey, I need this from your job. I need this, blah, 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 blah. And we're like, okay, cool. Let's get those documents in so we can make sure your loan goes through. A lot of times that's how people fall out of contracts, is due to financing not going through. So you want to make sure that you have all that taken care of and that you buyers are responding in a timely manner, and you agents are staying on top of what needs to be done. A lot of lenders don't like for the agents to bug them, but I do it anyway because I just want to make sure that I'm staying in the loop. I don't want my client to miss out on anything. I don't want to miss out on anything. So yeah, during this process as well, I like to do all of my compliance paperwork. So making sure, you know, you have, you know, your rep agreement done, everything on a contract is done. I have a compliance team with my broker, so they send me a list of things like, oh, this is wrong on the contract or whatever. So agents, don't be afraid. If things are wrong on the contract, it can be fixed once you're under contract as well. That was something for me, because I'm like, oh, they're gonna sue you. They can still sue you, but a lot of things can still be fixed. All it needs is for you to go back and fix it, and then for everybody to initial. So I would say if you could try to get everything done the first time, because having to go back and have everyone initial 5 or 6, 7 times is the worst. So I use Dotloop. So Dotloop helps me with just be like, hey, can y'all initial here? And it just flies on by and just has them just go and initial everything. Like, hey, I made a mistake here, or can you just initial here? Going through compliance. So that's another thing. If title needs anything, title will reach out. During this time, you'll get like the survey, you'll get the HOA bylaws and stuff like that. Anything you request. Yeah. Oh, also during this time, you'll be choosing your, like, how we're gonna get paid. Agents, it kind of simmers down once you go into contract, but I will list things that could go wrong. So buyers, like, as long as you're good in contacting finance, the lender, it will be a smooth process. If anything goes wrong, you probably won't know. Honestly, I don't be telling my clients when things are getting hectic, because I don't want them to worry. So, all right, so now let's say we don't have a cash offer, we have a loan, and it's getting close to us getting the appraisal done. So we're gonna schedule the appraisal. A lot of times the appraiser isn't gonna reach out to you. I had one appraiser reach out to me. It was pretty odd, but I'm glad she did, because we had the appraisal set for, like, to get it back like that Wednesday or Thursday, and our appraiser went missing through the weekend, and we were supposed to close that next Tuesday, and no one knew who she was. She wasn't answering her phone, she wasn't returning emails. So in the event that happens, the lender has to pay for a new appraisal, and they have to do a rush appraisal, and they have to get it as fast as they can. Right now, appraisers are like backed up, so we weren't able to get another appraisal for like another week. So that was going to push us back from closing another week, which was horrible, because we were closing on her house and then we're using that money for her purchase. So we were closing Tuesday, closing Wednesday, and if that would happen, then everything would have been pushed back a week, including my money. So I was like, oh no, this is horrible, but you know, it was what it was. But she ended up popping back up, the appraiser, and getting us the appraisal in time, but we all kind of, the funds came like a day later or something like that, because the appraisal was late. But it was cool, you know, but that's something that happened. I would say another thing that can happen during finances is the loan can be like suspended for a while. That happened with one of my clients, and the lender didn't tell me. He was like, I just need this. I was like, oh, okay, because he didn't want me to freak out. So our loan was suspended for a while, but it ended up going through because we got all the necessary documents, and I was shocked that even happened. So just know that it may seem like it's not a lot of work. It may seem like your agent isn't doing anything, or the lender, but it's a lot going on, and it's a lot that they're probably not going to tell you because they don't want you to freak out. And that's to you buyers and you agents. You're not going to know everything. The lender's not going to tell you everything. Me and my lender are cool, so he ended up telling me after we closed. He was like, bruh. I was like, I'm glad you didn't tell me. The anxiety I have, I wouldn't have been able to handle it. That will happen, or it won't. It could happen, I'll say. So let's say we get the appraisal. So we have the appraisal. So what the appraisal is a man or woman's opinion on the worth of the home, based on comps, based on the square footage, based on the quality of the home, X, Y, and Z, etc. And if your appraisal comes in low, then you buyers will have to make up that difference. And that's going to be on the contract as well. That's something that you can choose to do. If you choose to waive an appraisal, let's say you offer $300,000 on a home, the appraisal comes in at $295,000. Buyer, you have to pay that $5,000 difference. Now there is an option on the contract to where you can do a partial waiver, where it's like, hey, you know, we offer $300,000, but if it comes in at $295,000, we want to renegotiate. And sellers, they will, you know, they will choose that sometimes. Sometimes they want a full waiver, they want that full offer. And then in my case, one of my last deals, the appraisal came in over. And no, the sellers cannot change the price of the home. I had someone try to tell me that, and I was like, girl, no, they can't. And she was a transaction coordinator trying to tell me this, and I was like, just coordinate the transactions, babe. But no, they can't change the price of the home. That just means the buyer do not have equity in your home. And let's say you go and you put your home back on the market after that, you know you will make at least this much money. So that's always a plus, having equity in your home. Appraisal, everything's good with the appraisal. Now, financing normally is appraisals normally take like 2 weeks. So you're just chilling, making sure paperwork is good. Try to get all your complaints done within that first week. So unlike me, I be messing up and it be taking me like 2 weeks to get my compliance documents done. But that's just because I kind of suck at it. So yeah, so appraisal's done 2 weeks, and then you have like 21 days for financing to go through, and that's going to be on the financing addendum, is how long it's going to take for financing to go through. If it's really competitive, sometimes the seller's agent will be like, hey, can you make sure financing gets approved before this time? Yeah, I've done that because I just wanted to make sure that it went through on time because of our sale of our home. But the lender was able to do it. He was great, and I was like, I'm gonna work with you moving forward. I loved working with him. But once you're done with the appraisal, I mean, financing, it's pretty good. After that, you're pretty smooth selling, just waiting for the title to get everything done. And then so title's gonna reach out to y'all and schedule whenever y'all are gonna meet up to sign paperwork and get your keys to your home. People think the home buying process is scary. It can be very scary just because it's full of agony, it's full of weight, it's full of faith and patience. That's the only thing. But if you have your money put to the side, if you have a good agent that's gotten you a good deal and was able to negotiate for you, it's not that bad. You just gotta be patient and know what's for you is for you. Glad I made this video. This says I've been talking for 21 minutes, but it probably won't be that long. I just wanted to make it like super chill because I want you to be comfortable and confident whenever you go to purchase a home or whenever you go to, help your first client, second or third. I want you to be confident. It's not scary. The first one is going to be scary. But once you get through all that, you're like, that's it. I was really kind of overreacting. Or that's me. I'm just very dramatic. So everything is a big deal. I hope this helps out a lot of people. And also, during closing, that's whenever you're gonna pay like your closing costs and stuff like that. But yeah, that's really it. That was better than what I thought. I was a little nervous about making this video, but I'm glad it was more like of a conversation or whatever. But yeah, if I left out anything or if you have any questions, just put them in the comments below. I think my next video, I'm gonna do a buyer's consultation and like go over the template. I know I talked about having a template on my listing video, and I want to do like a template for you guys because it makes writing contracts so easy. Okay, so I'll do that on another video. Let me know if that's something that you guys would like to see. Yeah, again, if I missed something or if I said something wrong, I haven't been aged for that long. I'm not a teacher, I'm not a mentor. This is just what I've been going through and I just want to help out. So I hope this helps. But yeah, make sure you guys like, comment, and subscribe. Stay blessed. And congratulations and good luck on all of your real estate success.